how many corruptors destroy the life of the people of a nation, and how our status quo punishment is still not enough to make them regret their action. That's why, as the closing government, we want to impoverish them in order to exclusively make corruption the case decrease in our status quo. First things first, we want to make all of you to know that our stance is higher than the opening opposition side of the house. Whether opening government or leader of opposition or opening oppositions. First things first, we have some point of responses toward the opening opposition side of the house. First point of response: this is unfair to make corruptors' family carrying the punishment, stated the opening opposition. But no, ladies and gentlemen, this is fair. We believe that this is fair because the people who have the position in maybe bureaucracy, government, or even the organization is not just the people who don't know which one is good and which one is bad, and we can guarantee that they are uneducated people, right? And that's why the moment they do the crime of corruptor is under the real intention and not because they don't know which one is good and which one is bad, right? And the corruption is not about a trivial crime to do, because because there is a merit system in every organization, and that's why the moment they can break this merit system, it means they are already organized and already planned to break that merit system. And notice that this merit system is not just a trivial thing, because the merit system is already complicated and has a lot of parties to control this kind of system, and it means they have a huge intentions to betray people at the very first place. So the moment the corruptor family is carrying the punishment is a fair thing to be accepted. And in some cases, their family knowing it, but because they also enjoy the money, they don't wanna make this corruptor notice that what the things that they are doing is illegal and hurting people of nations and etc. And even if the family not knowing this action, but they already enjoying the money, right? And meanwhile, other people in the nations is suffering because their actions, and that's why it's time to make a revenge in legal way, which is to impoverish the corruptor in a legal way. And even if the future, maybe the opposition side of the house thinks that the future of the family is not bright because they can't entering the best universities and etc. Its consequences, ladies and gentlemen, and it won't create criminality or more corruption in the future. Why? Because their next generation, which is their children at this time already knew at the very first place that the consequences of doing bad thing or betraying something or betraying people is a bad thing to do, right? And they also experiencing this kind of consequences, and that's why we believe that there will be no more corruptor or criminal in the future. And second point of responses, they always glorifying that the jailing and rehabilitations are enough and effective, ladies and gentlemen. But we can guarantee that it's not enough and effective. If China or Japan apply jailing or rehabilitations for the rest of their lives of the nations, can it stop the corruptions easily in that country? I think no, right? The moment you still have a chance to make your family happy or make their life is brighter in the future, you still don't have that kind of regretting, right? And you still think that this is okay to you that only give the punishment. And also noticing that some people really love their families instead of themselves, right? And the moment they just make themselves to be punished from of the nations, it will okay, because they think that the family is more important than themselves. And even if the jailing and rehabilitations are enough and effective, it will give a lot of burden for the government, right? If opposition is afraid, it will the make the government taking care of them of their life and also their family. It doesn't true, because the government can easily abandon them and don't care about them, because they already know that this corruption is made fault to the society and also to the people, right? But when the government jailing or rehabilitating them, the government have the absolute right, responsibility and also dutiness to taking care and giving them food 3 times per day, and any other kind of personal stuff like sanity and etc. and etc. And also notice that jailing also convenient them with luxury facilities and etc. And that's why we believe that jailing and rehabilitations are not enough and effective to be conducted. And let's see there's these distinctions between open government side of the house and also the closing government. First, the mechanism of opening government is still questionable, ladies and gentlemen. So the opening opposition side of the house can easily claim that it will impact the family and etc. And they also never guarantee that corruptor cannot run away from this punishment and etc. Because notice that the corruptor not only have one source or have one country to save their capitals and monies, right? And if they want to make this punishment work, they have to offer the mechanism for this kind of having a lot of sources of our country to save their capitals. And that's why we as a closing government ordering the more clear mechanisms, like we can guarantee that every corruptor in every area can be punished with this mechanism. It's very exclusive in our side of the house, because it's only us who can maintain the punishment and guarantee all of the effectiveness. If they think that the power is disappeared the moment they are impoverish them in one source, in only one source, they are wrong, ladies and gentlemen, because corruptor has a huge signal for saving their monies or maybe their capitals, right? Comparatively in our side of the house, we guarantee we have a lot of relations to tracking their capital's position, because at the end of the day, it will be a good blueprint to be implemented in any kind of cases like this, right? And we also can guarantee that they cannot run away from this punishment, because we have more structural procedure and relations to tracking them. And the second point of distinctions is the characterization is not enough. That's why opening opposition can easily asking like, why should corruptor? How about other corruptor in other ways such as money laundering and etc. and etc. We can answer this, ladies and gentlemen, because a corruptor responsible to all of the people, and corruptor in private sector only damage rich people. But when the public sector, when it comes to from the public sector, it gives damage for the rest of society, not only for rich people but also poor people. And also notice that in every country there will be more poor class instead of the rich one. That's why the closing government gives more great and complete mechanism, and the best case of opening oppositions, even rehabilitations and jailing is work, but it's not exclusive as impoverished. To propose. Thank you.